Hello, welcome to this video on Bendethera in Deua National Park 4-wheel drive camping trip. We started our trip from Sydney and the group met each other in Braidwood. The 4-wheel driving and camping trip has been organized by MacArthur 4-wheel drive club. The trip leader is Colin and he was well supported by trip coordinator Richard. Lindsay brightened up the trip with his enthusiasm and compassion. We were really lucky to be a part of the team. This is a 4-day trip. If you watch this video fully, you might be able to do it quicker. Our first stop from Braidwood was the Big Hole near Berlong Campground. The Big Hole. In 1862, a young man named Vauxhall uncovered what is now known as the Big Hole. This remarkable limestone formation, believed to have formed over 400 million years, is an awe-inspiring roofless cave over 100 meters deep and over 50 meters wide. To reach it, take a walk from the Berlong Campground, cross the Shoalhaven River and continue through dry eucalypt forests. For those seeking a more strenuous hike, continue on to Marble Arch or return to Shoalhaven River for a peaceful picnic and swim. You can see Lindsay walking around the opposite side of the ring. That will give you the right perception of how far the other end of the ring is from us. I have to admit that I was not well prepared to do the water crossing on foot. In the beginning of the walk, wet shoes and socks reminded me of this for the entire camping trip. Then we proceeded to the Bendethera Valley campsite and set up camp. Well, it's not that simple. The tarmac turns into a dirt road. From Kuma Road, we turned left into Middle Mountain Road. We stopped and aired down the tires to 25 to 26 psi hot, which worked out to 22 psi cold. We kept this pressure until we came out of the mountains close to Maruya. Please remember, trailers are not allowed this way. You may have to come into the park from Maruya side with a trailer. We just had to do some steep tracks on low range gears and do one big water crossing before reaching the campsite in the late afternoon. It brings back my memories from my previous trip with the club to the same place. We didn't do the walk that time, and when the campsite was closed, we decided to explore some tracks before coming back to the campsite. Oh my God, it turned out to be a nightmare. It was about 4 years ago and was soon after a bushfire season. No one went through the forest for a few months and we were the first ones. Every 10 minutes, someone will have a stick caught under the car, rattling, and everyone stops. Also, a tree fell down and had to be cleared, and at the same time, someone had a puncture. We were approaching the campsite around 9 p.m. in the night. That's not all. Also, because we were coming in a roundabout way, we had to do 2 water crossings. The first one, actually, this is the first one you will face if you come from Maruya, had such a big hole that water ran on top of my Nissan Patrol bonnet. Fuming bonnet was just steam, but it scared me at the time of the night. This time though, it was smooth sailing. We did pass through that water crossing a couple of times during this trip and it was all good. It is a good idea to ring up national parks before your trip, as I hear that some vehicles were stranded due to floods during another occasion. Our trip leader, Colin, has ensured that conditions were good enough for our visit. The second day, we went on a round trip around Deua National Park. The forecast was 15mm rain. Very lucky for us that rain was delayed until the trip was about to finish. If the rain came first, we wouldn't have traction to drive up some steep sections. Four-wheel drive low range all the way, morning 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. with half an hour lunch. It was full on focus and dealing with the terrains. Couldn't afford to blink as slipping on the sides or hitting a fallen tree was a real possibility. No technical driving though, it is just steep up and down, just like Victorian high country with shale rocks robbing of traction and threatening the tires. In some sections, you wouldn't like any other four-wheel drive to come in opposite direction as they are too narrow. There are many photo opportunities and your car will need some rest just as you do. So start early and allow plenty of time for breaks as you need. The third day was planned to visit Bendethera caves, but it was closed. Our teammates explored the campsites in the area for future visits, although we had the best one this time. Pick your time right to have the best one for your group. By Saturday evening, all campsites were full, although on the day we landed there, all were empty. We picked the best. Being National Park, we brought our own firewood.
Good. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. You got this. You get it, like.
Congratulations, mate. Very good. Well done.
First go.
So through the gate and continuing straight on Bendethera Fire Trail.
Okay.
Copy that.
இந்த சைடு தள்ளி போங்க நிறைய இருந்தது தள்ளி போங்க
Last day, we returned via Moruya. The tracks up to Moruya are well graded and it is possible to bring off-road camper trailers from Moruya Bendethera. The only thing was the visibility was so poor on the day, but we still managed a good run. Thanks for watching.